Hello, everyone. I don't know what that was, but welcome in. I'm doing a makeup stream. I can't sleep, so I might as well work on my dad's book, and I might as well stream working on my dad's book. Why not? The stream's gonna look a little bit different today, though, just a heads up there. Because this is eventually going to be a speed or a time-lapse video on the channel. Oh hey, congratulations on making first, Calamity. Since this is gonna be a holy shit, Calamity, you're awake? Well, it's like 3 o'clock for you, give or take. Anyways. Good to see you, Calamity. So the stream's gonna look a little different. There's no overlay, there's no VTuber model. It's just gonna be me working on the book, because this is eventually gonna be a time-lapse video on the channel. So it'll just be a lot easier if I don't have like all the stuff going on. So yeah, hope you guys understand. We're just gonna relax, we're just gonna chill, and I will do my best to keep an eye on, actually, here's what I can do. Go, we can do that, and we can do that. Sorry, I am organizing. There we go. It's beautiful. Now I can keep an eye on chat. Hello, Amali, how you doing? I don't usually get chatters over on YouTube, so that's pretty nice. This isn't my usual setup, I promise. This also isn't my usual stream time. I usually stream at night because I try to sleep during the day. But I figured I'd do a work stream. Let's see now. So this is what I have so far for the book. I got Unintended Consequences of Pandemonium. My dad comes up with the most interesting titles for his books. I'm trying to think which one's my favorite out of the 3 so far. I'd probably have to say Flight of the Penguins is my favorite out of the titles. Probably out of the book covers too so far. I haven't done a book cover yet for Unintended Consequences, so I guess we'll see where that goes. I'm thinking just doing the number, so doing the time, since my dad decided to do time this time around for the chapter names. Let's see. Hi, I'm good. I haven't seen you in Vermilion like 6 months now. Jesus, has it really been that long? So I thought I would join in. How are you? I'm doing all right. I was in a lot of pain yesterday. I'm actually doing this as a makeup stream because, God, I was in so much pain yesterday. I pulled a muscle, and oh my god, oh god, that was awful. I was in so much pain, I was throwing up. I couldn't even hold down water yesterday. It was just the worst. So, like, I would try to take painkillers, and then my stomach would get upset because I couldn't, like, it was just so, I was in so much pain because of pulling the muscle, and so I would end up throwing up the pain meds. So I couldn't even hold those fuckers down. Finally, near the end of the day, I was finally able to hold down some painkillers. I literally found a spot to sit. I was able to find a sitting position where I didn't feel near as much pain, and I'm like, okay, I took the painkillers. Freeze! It was awful. So yeah, I ended up sleeping most of yesterday while I would have been streaming, so I feel bad for Phantom, but I did have Vermilion text her and be like, hey, yo, she's not available tonight. She's in a lot of pain. But yeah, so that's a... ouch, I feel you, sigh. Yeah, I think what was going on, and this is what the doctor said too, is it sounds like I was having my usual cramps at the same time I pulled a muscle. Because I was in the ER. That's how bad this pain was. I was in the ER. I thought something was wrong. Like, I first went to, like, just a normal I just went to my normal primary care doctor, and, they were like, oh, yeah, that could be a kidney stone, but I have no fucking idea because your urine sample came back normal, so I'm gonna send your ass over to the ER. And it's like, oh, great, that, I hope to the gods that my insurance is finally working. I hope to the gods I finally have insurance. So I had to go to the ER with how much pain I was in just to make sure there was nothing wrong. And thank the gods there wasn't. It's just really, really bad timing. Because it's the same muscle I pulled a few weeks ago, and that hurt so bad. But I was able to, like, keep the pain meds down, so I was able to, like, get better. Needless to say, I'm telling my personal trainer this week, like, for the love of the gods, please do arm day with me this week. I cannot do leg day this week. I've had this pain multiple weeks in a row now because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing wrong, but apparently I'm exercising my legs wrong. I saw the models, they're so cool. Oh, I'm glad you like them! I love these models so much. Like, they're customizable models, which is so fun, which means I can do, like, multiple hairstyles and outfits if I want. And I don't have to pay like $1,000. That's what I like about customizable models, is I can do stuff like that. Like, pros and cons, you know, they're like, a customizable model are limited to what is provided for the model, but they are still fun models. Speaking of customizable models, I found this one customizable model that looked so fun, and it's like, too bad there's not a male version. That's so cute. Yeah. Oh yeah, I believe it's in the description. If you're interested in knowing what the model is, I should have a link to Wanilmith and Nyanshua's, the creator of the models. I should have that in the description. Okay, let's see. Where did I leave off? I left off with bloodbath. Okay, lovely. Man, yesterday felt like a fucking bloodbath. Let's see. Balls on the wall. What did my dad... God damn it. Oh, it's about football, apparently. This is the fun part about working on my dad's book on stream. I can read out loud what the fuck he decided to write. And in fact, I'm gonna fucking do that. That way I can figure out where the fuck I am. Huh, maybe I should put that profanity filter back on Twitch. I was like, I'm gonna be a good noodle for this stream and not swear. Yeah, we see how well that fucking worked out. Hold on, Twitch. I will make sure to put on the profanity filter. Significant profanity or vulgarity. Yeah, I've got the mouth of a sailor, as some people would say. Anyways, got some music, got some viewers, got a chatter, which is really nice. It's been a hot minute. Has it really been 6 months? That is so crazy. I was actually editing some content the other day, and it was one of the videos that you popped in on for the stream. I was like, oh yeah, I wonder how they're doing these days. It was the Half-Life stream. That was an old one. Anyways. Alright. 1 hour, 23 minutes, 45 seconds. No idea what my dad means by that, but hey, sounds ominous, and it's a great way to catch someone's attention for the first chapter. Yeah. We got abstract, poetry, and micro stories. Let's see. A woman named Vladimir crossed my path one day. A friendly nod, a cordial smile. I went along my way. We crossed paths many times without any issue, other than salutations and combinations of etiquette and proper manners handed down to us by our mothers, not bothered by differences, insisting on treating others with common dignity and quick to see the human side politely passing by. Huh. I gotta do an audiobook version of this stuff. You remember that, nice. Let's see, amputation is always the solution. If that doesn't work, use ice. What the fuck? Why do I feel like that's going to be my favorite of this book? I always have a favorite in each book. In Lemon Sharks, it was the Stilts one. In, I want to say Flight of the Penguins was the one that had the Eat Your Food one. I always liked the goofy poems, honestly. Let's see, up next we have Balls on the Wall, Calling the Competitor. God damn it, brain. Calling the Competitor. Footballs, played with feet. Footballs, played with hands. Baseballs, softballs, basketballs, handballs. Whatever the fuck that word is. Shook ball? Shook balls, stick balls, golf balls, trick balls, pickle balls, bowling balls, cricket balls, bowling, volleyball, ski balls, wiffle balls, tennis balls, tether balls, fist balls. Okay, this might be my new favorite. Ping pong balls, racket balls, dodge balls, dodging, snowballs, paddle balls, boca balls, croquet balls, jayale, pelota balls, net balls, wet balls, pool balls, and school balls, accidentally taken home and coincidentally forgotten, found years later behind the shed, covered with mold and rotten. That's a lot of balls. God, no kidding, that is a lot of balls. Be nice to the people that take your garbage, because they can always bring it back. Fucking words to live by, goddamn. Also, like, fun fact, trash collectors probably make more than you do. So, just saying. And probably have better benefits than you do. So be nice to the trash collector. What's up next? What's up next? Alright, being strong is the highest amongst qualities. A qualified quagmire of strength and patience. Sometimes our strengths strengthen our weaknesses, which clouds the mind, and we forget to remind ourselves that for even the strongest amongst humanity, it is okay to remember that we are still human, with humane and noble intentions, to balance contention with harmony and protect what we care about in order to share our strengths, strengthening others, in a balancing act of cause and effect. Like a shipwrecked boat, repaired and afloat, a crash in a flash, from smoldering ashes, stronger and wiser a phoenix arises. Oh, that was actually kind of cool. Okay. And then we have Bloodbath. What a great way to start that. Bloodbath of bad ideas, sacrificing the martyrs for murder, executed swiftly, cut into pieces, ground into powder, made into green wafers, to be cannibalized by the new ideas that have now taken root. Huh. Alright, now we're on to the next poem. Let's see. Yeah, we could probably make that a little bit bigger. Give me one moment. Oh, not that big. There we go. Alright, so we got Buffalo Kerfuffle, deciding between two loves. One runs on snow, one glides on ice. Twice the difficulty, living with a curse of being too blessed. Thrust into the spotlight at random, living in tandem with the elements that fill us with joy, then try to kill us. Huh. Okay, moving on to the next one. Chester Sylvester. Well, I thought that was going to go a different way. Alright, let's see how big we can make this guy. Manchester. Nice. Manchester, Tennessee, specifically. What am I doing? God damn it. There. That's better. Okay, Chester Sylvester from Manchester, Tennessee, attending to see Singer, Stinger, and the Breezy Bees. I just need to like make a kid's book out of these short poems. I shouldn't say kid's book, but I should make like a picture book out of these shorter poems, because I'm getting like some Dr. Seuss vibes with these. Let's see, is Buffalo Kerfuffle a food? It sounds really yummy, actually. That is a really good question, honestly. I'll have to text my dad. Be like, WTF is a buffalo kerfuffle. Alright. Next one. Let's see where we're at on pages. Oh, we're definitely good on pages. Let me just do that real quick. Real quickly, how many poems have I done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Oh. You know what I should do? Okay. It's gonna drive me insane if I don't keep this shit even. It's so funny. I texted my dad. Let's see. This sounds so unhinged to be... Yeah. It does. It does sound unhinged. There we go. It's gonna drive me nuts if I can't keep these even, so this is what we're gonna do. Got a business lunch tonight with Vermilion. I don't think he has quite grasped the concept of... I feel like he has. Like, I feel like he understands enough what a business lunch is. But it's so funny. I was telling him, because we're going to be discussing merch designs for the Monroes. And it's so funny how, like, oh yeah, we'll just go somewhere quiet. We'll go somewhere quiet, and we don't have a whole lot of money in the business account, so we're gonna want to do something on the cheaper side, and I know the perfect place. And then Vermilion's like, oh, well, we could go to this place, we could go to this place, and I'm like, honey, no. So poor Vermilion. Well, it's like, we need to go somewhere cheap. We need to go somewhere quiet. Yay, a stream I could make. Hello, Shoots and Dragons. Yeah, I can't sleep, so I figured I'd work on my dad's book, and I might as well stream it since I'm awake, since I'm working on it. How you doing, Shoots and Dragons? There's the Buffalo Kerfuffle. There we go. Sweet. Okay, now we're good. Now we're good. Okay. Vermilion, I think what's going to be most interesting about this business lunch, though, is the fact that Vermilion has this habit of being on his phone when we go out to eat, which I don't mind. I really don't mind it. But I'm going to kind of have him pay attention this time because it's a business lunch. It's technically more of a business brunch. Tired, but got shit to do this afternoon. Ah, mood. I wish I could say I was tired. I wish I could say I was still in bed. Let's see, what's the next chapter called? 321. Alright. Let's do those. Phone during lunch is modern day. Ah. Oh, I see what you mean. Sorry, my brain buffered that shit. Yep, I'll just need him to pay attention, though, because it is a business lunch. That's really the only thing I'm going to ask of him, aside from contributing ideas to merch designs. I'm going to have my sketchbook with me so we can sketch out ideas. And I even told him, it's like, okay, have some ideas in mind. He's kind of given me some ideas already, so I just need to write down, like, what we can do, because we use fourth wall for our merch. I get up at 6, at work at 7, get home 3 to 4. Oh, damn. You got the early shift. 3:21, that's what it is. That explains why I'm able to kind of catch you on stream when we do the late night streams. If let's see, OMG, my friend and I was talking about like our favorite VTubers and creators, and she said, hey, do you know Indigo and Vermilion? Their designs are sick. And I was like, oh my lord. Well, I'm glad that we're gaining notoriety. I get a different schedule in the summer. Oh, lovely. Alright, what's the next poem? Oh, good lord. I just read the first part of this poem. Let me just get the sizing and all that. I'm hoping to release this book by the end of the year. My dad, my poor dad, I love how patient my dad is, and I greatly appreciate how patient my dad is, because Jesus fucking Christ, like, this book was technically supposed to be done in spring, but, that ended up not happening, as you can see. Alright, what we got here? We got, come spray all over the wall. Come spray all over the wall. Words of revolution, words of disillusion, and the call to war of words and phrases, starting a new phase, sentencing words to vocabulary death until the last breath is heard. Huh. Sounded weird at first, but kind of got cool in the end. We'll see. Patience is something he definitely has that the new generations don't have. Yeah, you're not wrong there. No, my dad's, like, really understanding. Like, I went through a lot this year, like, just between all the fur baby deaths and just trying to get a new work schedule going, plus debut, like, my dad's been super understanding with everything going on this year. He texted me the other day just to check in, and he's like, hey, how's it going? And it was, like, right after Basil had passed away, and I'm like, not doing too good, we lost another bunny, and he's like, I'm sorry to hear that. So he sent his love and condolences, which I appreciated. It's so funny, I got a random text from him, because we do, Google Docs to, yeah, that's what I want. We do Google Docs to, keep track of his work, because he lives on the other end of the country. And he texted me one day, he's like, okay, I need you to be my bartender, I need you to cut me off on, like, how many poems I write for this book, because it's getting to be too much. He only wrote 95 poems, by the way. Like, abstract poems and micro stories. He only did 95, but he wants small books, so fine. That's cool. I can actually sell them cheaper if he does smaller books, so it works for me. But anyways, my dad texts me, and I'm like, okay, fine. So I go into Google Docs, and I made him viewer only, so he could only view the document. He couldn't add anything to it. And then today I texted him because I looked at how many poems there were. I'm like, 95 poems, 10 chapters. So I changed the settings on Google Docs. I'm like, okay, editor for his email. And I text him, I'm like, okay, I need 5 more poems from you. I cannot evenly split up all these poems, and it's driving me nuts. Let's see, this year has been so rough for y'all. It really has. Like, what's the book about? So the book is basically a bunch of abstract poems and micro stories. It's basically just like whatever came to my dad's mind, he wrote down. And it's so funny. Like, he likes to be as weird as possible with his poems. Some are pretty good though. Some are pretty like interesting And then others are just like, what the fuck did I just read? Like, let me see if I can find one of my favorites. Oh god. One of my favorites would probably have to be, if I could remember how it goes. Oh wait, I've literally got the book. Give me just one moment. Damn. I think this one's the Barnes & Noble version. Yep, this one's the Barnes & Noble version copy that I have. Anyways, let me see if I can find it. It's near the end of the book. I think I made it the last poem. Oh wait, was that it? Was that it? It wasn't the last one. It's near the end. It's the last chapter, I believe. I know it's in here somewhere. I know it was Lemon Sharks that had me laughing. 2025 nostalgia will be war flashbacks. Oh god, yeah, no kidding. Some good and some bad happened this year, that's for fucking sure. Well, some good and a lot of bad is more like it. But I'm trying to focus on the positives, you know, getting to debut. The fact that we had the ability and the privilege to debut just makes me so happy. Let's see, Strange Non-Fiction, Homo Sapien, Exotic Exodus, Centipedes, no. Beautiful Haggis, Atomic Punks. I know you're around here somewhere. You're like my favorite. I really need to put a bookmark in this book because it is probably my favorite poem. Oh, shit. Anyways. I should probably go make sure I reformatted Lemon Sharks. Just look. I'm pretty sure I did for the Amazon release. But Jesus Christ, this Barnes & Noble release of the book is such a mess. It doesn't help that the pages are so thin, you can actually see through them. So anyone who doesn't enjoy looking at that might be driven nuts doing that. I could have sworn it was at the back of the book. Where are you at? I'll have to find it. I'll have to post it later or something. Because, like, goddamn. Is it my favorite? Yeah, I'll have to find it. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to wake you up. So there's a published book? Yes, so there is 2 published books. So you've got... This one's such a fucking long title. My dad loves his long titles. I usually have to shorten them for my sanity. So the first book is Lemon Sharks in the Mangroves, Black Tips in the Marsh. It's available on Amazon. And then Flight of the Penguins, which is not near as long. I just call it Penguins for short when I, you know, do the things. Anyways, so yeah, let me actually... It's on the link tree. You just gotta scroll down a little bit. Let me make sure it's on the link tree. Yes, it's on the link tree. Just a few down. So let me... So this is book 3 in the series, is what it is. Oh yeah, happy 5th anniversary, by the way. I was checking out the channel right before you started streaming, and I saw it. Oh yeah! Yeah, 5 years together for Vermilion and I. That's crazy to think about. Officially my longest relationship, though, so I'm happy. Let's see. Coral Springs. Coral Sings. Coral Springing. Springtime Stinging. Raining Rains. Upon plain meadows. Ready to spread extra life to the potential dead. Wow, that, okay. Okay, Dad. You know, sometimes I will read poems from my dad, and I'll just be like, Dad, do you need a hug? Corpses don't cry, they just whimper a little. Oh. God damn, okay. Well, I mean, I had a therapist who always told me that grieving is for the living, not for the dead, so I mean, you're not wrong. There we go. Maybe. I feel like that's off. That's gonna drive me insane. Who's the asterisk? Oh, did the link not send? Oh, illustrator. That's me. I'm the illustrator. I'm just using my other pen name because of family. I would rather my family not find Indigo Monroe. I keep up quite the illusion with my family that I'm a good little Mormon girl, and I would rather that not be shattered by them clicking on one of my Indigo Monroe videos and the first thing they hear is "fuck." Basically, as far as my family goes, I have my dad, my mom, and a cousin that know. And I kind of regret letting that cousin know, because chances are my family does know, and chances are I just don't know that they know. And you know what? I'm just going to pretend that they don't know. I'm not even going to think about the possibility of them knowing. I'm just going to think that I'm not worth the family gossip, so yeah. Sorry, I just saw, like... My dad likes to use linguistics, and it throws me through a loop when he does it. Anyways, cracks in the coke, burning in Cokeville, pyromaniacs performing pyrolysis, pyrolysis? Huh. Incendiary pleasure measured by shameless addiction to flames. Okay, the way that this fucking starts off in the next one, Cook's son. Oh shit, I'm gonna have to do a different font. I always have to do a different font when there's a special character. God damn it. Okay, one moment. I need a backup font. My dad's using different characters. Okay, let's see what I can do. Okay, so I could... Oh, I don't know about that font, though. I don't want it to be too different. Might not have a fucking choice, though. Yeah, but that's so basic, bitch, to go with Arial. Ugh. Okay, I gotta make note of what font. Band script. Yeah, whenever my dad uses characters like that, I have to do a different font. Ugh, it's so annoying. Oh well. Not the end of the world. Alright, I feel like that is probably pronounced some other way, but it looks like Cucksun. Base of the dark hill where I can see the frog mountain. Journey to the top, there I stop and touch the stars not too far away. Wander through the trees, savoring the breeze. Huh. I'll have to text my dad or call my dad and be like, how the fuck do I pronounce this one? Your initials are Gun, AK. Oh man, that's too funny. Yeah, that's my other pen name. I went by by that pen name for like the longest time doing AK. And then Indigo Monroe was born. Because again, I didn't want my family finding me, because as you know, Shoots and Dragons, I started out on the Naughty website. So of course I was going to have a pen name. Man, when did I first start doing AK Dunkley? Oh god, that had to have been like back in... Was that No, I had a different pen name for writing stories in elementary. I want to say middle school is when I did AK. And I believe it was because I noticed like a lot of authors did their first and 2 initials and then their last name. And so that's why I did that. But yeah. Oh, did I read the other one? I did not. Whoops, my bad. So we got dusting off trust, lustful need to face myself, confront myself, and slap myself around. What? Okay. Exotic excessive amounts of mounting. Oh my. Passive-aggressive regulations causing a mass debate amongst the people, vegetation revolutions of carrots and sticks, his corn and her peas, what? Appeasement to please, throughout the 7 seas, seizing the breeze of a dying irate pirate. I'm with you on that. That's something. That is, in fact, something. Like I said, sometimes my dad just writes what comes to his mind. Oh god. Oh god, Dad! I know he's using a different language, but I'm actually kind of nervous about this one. 'Cause, like... I know he's using a different language. Oh god, Dad, we might need to talk about this poem. I know he's using a different language. Oh god, I can't remember what language it is, though. Oh, fuck. There's one language where that means just the color black. Which is why it's, yeah. Dad, I know you're, like, really wanting to walk a line and all, but that's maybe towing it a little too far. Okay. Oh, it's her peas. Yeah, exactly. That's why my dad typed that. I'm gonna have to ask my dad about that one, because that one has me nervous. Latin? Oh, it's Latin. Thank you. Okay, so he is typing in Latin. Okay. Oh, okay, so, oh, yeah, okay. Black ash, green ash. There you go. Interesting. Okay, so, yeah, you got some Latin, and then the Fresno. Oh, which one's Fresno? I think that's... I feel like that's a Romantic language. Either way, I know what he's saying. He's saying black ash, green ash. I thought that said Pennsylvania at first. I'm not gonna lie. Pennsylvanica. Pennsylvanica. Latin is a love language and dead language. Yeah, my dad loves his linguistics. Alright. see, black ash, green ash, asking for tasks from Monitoba to the swamps, Fresno's breed, frogs and parasites, sightings of ghosts, mostly sights, boasting serenity, and serendipity. Let's see. Is it bad I'm curious what A stands for in your pen name? Oh, the A stands for like 10 different names depending on what I was going by at the time. I'll put it this way, I was born with 2 names because my parents couldn't agree on a name to give me and my grandma had to sit them down and compromise and make them compromise. I get the point to stay anonymous, but curiosity is a thing. No, I understand Shoots and Dragons. I totally get it. Oh god, I went by so many different names, especially my senior year of high school. I think that's probably like the most different names I went by. Because I was like questioning my gender and I was like trying out different names. So, yeah. The A stands for like a lot.
Was that a little sneeze, Imp? Did you sneeze?
Imp's such a cutie. Sounds like a Harry Potter spell. I just now saw that. Hey, Molly. It does, though. It really does. Ugh. That's beautiful. Alright, let's see. What's the next one? Yeah, okay, that one hyphenates it, so. Boop. Let's see what we got here. See, I go by Ty or Tyler because of working with other people with the same name, so I shortened it. That's fair. That's understandable. Let's see, from Hampton to Compton, and all the swamps in between. Competing with food, deserts, desertion, and desperation. A nation of hurt, dusty with dirt, in the face from crawling across the sprawling open space. Compensation for competition, with everyone and everything, for a small chunk of nothing. God damn. I just realized how many poems have I done. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, I'm on the number 10. Okay, I'm on the 10th one. Go. Okay, what the fuck is a scad? Okay, do you have any clue what art you're going to do for this book? My dad definitely wants it to be more abstract, like a contour style. If you're familiar with that art style, it's basically where you put your pen on the page and you don't stop drawing, or you don't take your pen off the page until you're done with the art. Let's see, Yukon flavored cottage cheese sounds interesting. Wait, what? Oh, that's the poem I'm about to read. So my dad definitely wants to do more of a contour style. And he also wants to do more of like a, that's how I write. Nice. He wants to do abstract, that's for sure. So let me scroll up. Illusion, that's what he wants, is illusion and contour. So that's going to be interesting. So we got this guy right here, or this flower is what it's supposed to be. My dad wanted me to make it look like an old man, too, with bushy eyebrows. So, yeah. Do a bit of abstract, do a bit of, do a bit of contour. I gotta figure out how to do that with the flowers specifically, but that shouldn't be too much of an issue, honestly. Anyway, from Skagway into the past to taste the breeze and feel the gust of the Yukon-flavored cottage cheese. Oh, God. Gonna get rid of that. And then we're gonna go to here. We're gonna copy and paste that. What is the next chapter? 444. 444. Well, at least it's a simple one. Oh, whoops, I did that wrong. There we go, 444. Well, isn't that lovely? Skagway is a city in southwestern Alaska in the Panhandle. Oh, cool. You should publish a compilation of all the poems at some point. Ooh, yes, I think my dad mentioned wanting to do something like that. Lemon Sharks is definitely the biggest of the books, so it'll definitely be interesting what size of book comes out of it. But, yeah. But it'll be cool to see the change in the different artwork as well that comes out of that. I'm trying to think. I think my dad said he wanted to do 5 books in this little mini-series, or in this little series. So, yeah, a compilation shouldn't be too bad, especially if he's doing like 100 poems per book. Not too bad of an idea. Okay, up next. Alright, Georgia Pecan, subjected to a lot of nut jokes, yeah, probably started by the Peaches, mostly talk until someone fired the first shot and ignited a culinary civil war. Oh my. Hello, how you doing? Let's see, we got TKD Kona 123. How's your day going? How much do y'all make from Amazon being a paperback costs $17? Not very much. We don't really have many buyers, and it doesn't help that Amazon is such a pain in the butt when it comes to publishing. Like, I want this shit to be cheaper, and he wants that shit to be cheaper, but Amazon's like, no, you can't make it cheaper. And I was like, thanks, Amazon. Thanks. I'm pretty sure Lemon Sharks is black and white, but I think it's color, and that's why it's $17. But it's still annoying. Amazon wanted the hardcover to be $20, and I'm just like, huh. Okay then. But the problem is that's black and white for the Amazon hardback, and the idea of Lemon Sharks is that it's in color. And if I wanted to publish a hardback of Lemon Sharks in color, that's going to be even more expensive. And it's like, Amazon, why are you an asshole? So I got to do some research on Amazon KDP, because if there is a way to make these books cheaper, then I'm 100% going to fucking do that. Because it annoys me that I can't at the moment. Which of the two published do you recommend? That's actually a good question. They both got good stuff. I guess if you want something shorter, maybe Flight of the Penguins. Also happens to be the cheaper of the two. I'm trying to think, like, Which one would I recommend? I'd say Flight of the Penguins. I like Flight of the Penguins more. Which I still need to order a copy for myself. I still have yet to do that. I guess it doesn't help that I'm annoyed that I can't do a hardcover of Flight of the Penguins because, again, it doesn't allow me to do color without it being stupid expensive. So. But yeah, I guess out of the two, I like Flight of the Penguins more. I also like the cover of Flight of the Penguins more, and the artwork in Flight of the Penguins, and some of the poems. Oh man, is that poem I really like in Flight of the Penguins? I could have sworn it was Lemon Sharks that had that poem I really like. I'm gonna check those out after stream. Yeah, definitely. And feel free to. I need to order my own copy from Amazon because I need to see how it looks. My dad said that it turned out good though because he ordered his own copies. I just need to have some money. Why is that page falling out? God damn it, Barnes & Noble. I'm so glad I switched to Amazon. Jesus Christ. You know, Amazon was such a, or not Amazon, Barnes & Noble was such a pain in the ass to publish through. Like, no matter how many times I submitted my tax forms for the business, because I have like an actual business for this stuff. Like the Monroes are through this business, these books are through this business, it's for tax reasons. And for some fucking reason, no matter how many times I submitted, oh, what the fuck did they need? It was like a W-9 or some shit. Whatever they were needing, no matter how many times I submitted it, they would be like, actually, you submitted something wrong. And I'm like, okay, how many T's do I have to cross and how many I's do I have to dot before you get your heads out of your asses? It was so annoying. Meanwhile, Amazon's over here like, oh, hey, you filled out all your tax forms and you've got everything you want. Okay. The downside with Amazon is that it's expensive, apparently, to sell books. The good news is I was able to make the ebooks cheap as shit. God, where the fuck is that Stilts poem? I know I should technically be working on my dad's new book, but I just want to know where the Stilts are. It might be in Flight of the Penguins. Huh. It was a guy walking on stilts while wandering eyes began to wilt or some shit like that. It was like one of my favorites because of how silly it is. And then hairy cherries are very scary. That one's pretty fun too. Oh, I gotta figure out what poem to put on the back of this book cover. I gotta figure out what to do for the book cover. I'll probably do another abstract style. Probably do the flower in a contour style. Anyway, what's up next? Ghosts of Vermont, huh? Oh boy. Let's see what my dad managed to do this time. Nah, I love my dad's work. It's pretty fun to do. Even if sometimes when I'm reading his poems, I have to sit there and like use Google Translate or something to understand what the hell he's saying. Let's see what we got this time. Ghosts of Vermont. Green mountain spirits hear the dull roar brought forth in the winds, tickling the hairs on the back of the neck, reminding the living, giving wisdom and warning, scorn and praise of the past and distant days. Ooh, that one might actually be on the back of the book. I like that one. Oh, and for those on YouTube, if you do want to check out the books on Amazon, They're the first 2 links in the description for those on YouTube. I just realized. Me like ghost poem. Right? I like that one too. I think that one's gonna be the one on the back of the book, because I like that one so far. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm kind of going through and reading the poems and seeing like which ones I really like. That's fancy. So yeah. Let's see. I think I'll have that one on the back of the book. That one's really good. You gotta have a good old eye catcher. Let's see. Let's see. On the back of Lemon Sharks is the poem Getting Stoned, Trial by Public Opinion. The job of the mob is your judge, your jury, your executioner. That's the back of Lemon Sharks. And then let me pull up Penguins. I'm trying to remember. I think it was the Eat Your Food one, but I can't remember. Oh, wait a moment. I will pull that up and find out. I just gotta be patient with my computer. Penguins cover. Yep, it is the Eat Your Food one. Oh my god, this is probably one of my favorites for for my dad's poems. So, this is the poem that's on the back of Flight of the Penguins, okay? Stop playing with it and put it in your mouth. Open wide, here it comes. Don't be rude, eat your food. That one's probably my favorite, along with the Walking on Stilts. Yes, eat your food. Sounds suggestive. I know, right? That's why I love it so much. Exactly. What? That one had me laughing so hard when I first read that one. I was like, hold up. What the fuck, Dad? Yeah, that one had me laughing so hard. Let's see. Gippsland, Taming the Bush, near the Shire of Baba, Laccoliths of Frozen Magma. Huh. I feel like he's naming places. I just don't know from where. Like I said, abstract poetry. My dad and I were talking about doing an audiobook version of these books, and all I can imagine is just how absolutely unhinged that would be to do, but absolutely fun. Gippsland is... oh, it's Australia! Okay. Haha, river! Confluence of humor and reality at a pyramid of yield signs. Reminder of charity. I just love that. Haha, river. Oh god. This next one, I saw the first 2 lines and I'm like, oh god, okay. Anyone who has this name, I'm so sorry. Alright, let's do this. Her name was Gay Tease. Walking in public caused weakness in the knees. The concept of falling, Gay had no fear, for a gentleman, or 10, was always near. Superstardom and fanfare followed. When leaving the house, robins and swallows would sing and announce, with a bounce in the step, and the wink of an eye drew fans and critics from far and wide. Why do birds suddenly appear every time you walk near? That's all I could think of with that. That's all I could think of with that. There's one story my grandma told. Speaking of the name Gay, there's one story my grandma told me, and I can't repeat it because it's someone's name, and I just, it's like the funniest fucking thing. But yeah, no, like, it's, oh god, I'm not gonna say it. I can't. I would love to, but I can't. Just out of respect for privacy. Sorry to be a tease on that. Nope, no pun intended. There are some last names out there, though, that are just absolutely unhinged. Let's see. Hug me, I have AIDS. Those who help move my arms, and I can show my affection in your direction, so you can see, reminding you why you are special to me. Aww. I know a guy with the last name Cox. Yeah, Cox, Dix, spelled D-I-X, and then you got Dixon. Yeah, no, there are some last names, man. There are some last names. The last name Gay, like, there are some last names out there. Gay tease is crazy. Aww. This one was wholesome. What's it called? Paraplegic? Is paraplegic the one where you're paralyzed from the neck down? That's kind of what that makes me think of, is a paraplegic having some help to hug someone they love. That's kind of what that makes me think of. Throws you off at first, but yeah. Kind of makes me think of that one South Park episode.
Aw, hi Imp. What you doing, Bubby?
Imp's trying to get comfortable on the pillow. He wants me to leave him alone.
Oshimochi! Are you chewing on that box some more?
Hoshi decided to be a little butt yesterday. And somehow, I don't know how he managed, but somehow he got into the closet and climbed up to where the baby rat food is. And we're saving that baby rat food for the next time we adopt rats, mind you. And yeah, no, he just decided to nom on the baby rat food. I don't know how much he ate, but he's doing fine. No signs of stasis or anything. He's active. He's chilling. But yeah, no, Hoshi decided to steal from babies. Little asshole. Let's see, 2, 4, 6. Alright, 4 more. I'm sorry, I read the first line. That was beautiful. Alright, I am gay. Well, I'm actually asexual, but that's beside the point. I am gay. G-E-Y. Why, you ask? That I am gay. I was born this way. My family is to blame. My family is to blame for giving me this name. I forgive them the same. But I will not bow, since the law allows that I may change this name that may find strange. That many find strange. My bad. I misread that. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah. Technically, I'm asexual biromantic. Sometimes I just say bisexual when I don't want to explain what the fuck asexuality is. And then I don't want to... Well, it's less of explaining what asexual is and just more of like having to answer all the invasive questions that come with being asexual. How are you married if you're asexual? Well, you see, he may be very hypersexual, but he's also very respectful of my boundaries. Also, I'm not sex repulsed. I'm indifferent. And just because I'm asexual, that doesn't mean I don't have the ability to consent. I do very much have the ability, and I do consent. That was actually a really interesting conversation I ended up having with my therapist when I was kind of first talking to them about my asexuality and also, you know, being with someone who's hypersexual, like Vermilion is. It was very interesting, but my therapist was able to help me understand, like, yeah, so, let's first figure out, like, are you sex positive? Are you indifferent? Are you, sex repulsed? And it's like, I don't fucking know. And so we kind of talked about it. And then we were able to kind of figure out that I'm just indifferent. And it's like, okay, well, that's good. Because it is possible to be asexual and still have sex. Like, you can still consent as someone who's asexual. I mean, if you're sex repulsed, then obviously you're not going to be interested in that kind of stuff. So you're not going to consent to it because you're repulsed by sex. And that's a very real thing and also very valid. For me, I'm indifferent. I just don't think about it. I don't mind doing it. I do have days where I'm not in the mood, and Vermilion is very respectful of that, actually, and I love that about him. And I have days where it's like, okay, yeah, you want to do it? Sure, why not? There are some days where he'll just be like, I'm kind of in the mood. Are you okay with that? And I'm just kind of sitting there thinking, like, am I in the mood? It is the funniest thing. Sometimes I just sit there and actually think about it for a moment. It's like, am I in the mood? Asexual equals reproduction without a mate. Asexuality equals no desire. Exactly. Confusing. Yeah, no, it's really interesting, because it's asexual as in no desire to have sex, so, yeah. I just appreciate how amazing my husband is when it comes to the fact that I am asexual. Let's see, I once was the man from Nantucket. Oh no. Now I carry it around in a bucket. The sign read, "Stay back," where the gator attacked, and now there is no need to tuck it. Christ, Dad. Love you, Dad. Love you, Dad. Can't believe I just fucking read that one. That one's beautiful, though. Hoshi, if you're chewing on any cords, I'm gonna be so mad at you. I'm pretty sure, speaking of tucking, I'm pretty sure I tucked away all the cords. I'm confused about this one. The gator bit his nuts. He doesn't have to tuck. He carries his dick around in a bucket, apparently. I'm guessing the man from Nantucket was a drag queen. That's how I read it, at least. Rip his fucking nuts. That's exactly what the gator did. Oh, dear. 6, 8. Okay. 2 more, and then we go to the next chapter. Let's see, Max Folks, sulking at the railroad tracks, slowly being removed from existence, leaving an earthly scar, many memories in the iron and timber. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that one kind of flew over my head. Rhyme with the rhymes. Oh dear, am I finally getting tired? Do I get to have like a little 2-hour nap? Maybe 3, it depends on how late Vermilion sleeps. Dude, Vermilion's sleep schedule got so fucked up yesterday because of me going to the ER. I felt so bad. Okay, last one for this chapter. Let's see what we got here. Are you okay now? I am, yeah. I was just in a god-awful amount of pain yesterday. I'm not sure if you were here when I was talking about that. It's why I didn't do last night's stream. Because my sleep schedule got so screwed up. Which is why I'm awake right now. So basically what happened is, I don't know what was... Okay, I meant to DM you yesterday to ask what was wrong. Oh, yeah, no, you're all good. It doesn't help that all I said on Twitter was no stream tonight, and that's just because I was in so much pain that I couldn't type too much to explain myself. And I feel kind of bad not explaining myself, because I like to give at least a little bit of an explanation when I cancel stream, like, I've got this going on, or this popped up. I try to do that just as courtesy to you guys. And yesterday I was just in that much pain. So what happened was, at the same time that I pull a muscle in my leg, like in my groin area, at the same time that that happens, I get my monthly cramps. The pain of both working together was so bad that I was throwing up. Like, I could not hold down water. Like, I tried drinking water to take my pain meds, did not work, threw it back up. Like, oh god, the pain was so bad. Like, I at first went to my primary care provider, and I was like, hey, yo, this is what's going on. I can't even sit down right now because of how much pain I'm in. I have to, like, stand and, like, bend over in this weird position to be comfortable. And it's like, well, it could be a kidney stone, so let's get a urine sample. So I did that, and it's like, no, your sample came back just fine. Like, I mean, I'm gonna send you to the ER because there could be something going on with your ovaries. Like, it could be a cyst for all we know. And I was like, oh, great. And I had PCOS, so that is very likely. And so I go to the ER, and I called Vermilion after I got done with the primary care. I was like, yeah, so, the doctor wants me to go to the ER, and Vermilion's like, I'll go with you, and I'm like, okay, sounds good, that's why I called you, to give you the option. And so he went with me to the ER to keep me company, because I hate going to the doctor's offices, and so, let's see, I'm gonna head out, it's pretty late, might join in later if you're still streaming. Sounds good, it was good having you on stream again. Bye, Amali. Let's see, where was I? Oh yeah, so I went to the ER just to make sure that nothing was actually wrong. So they did blood samples, they did another urine test, everything came back fine. And so the doctor did, like, you know, how they kind of push down a little bit on your abdomen to see if there's anything weird going on there. Didn't feel anything. And so we were kind of talking about how I'd been working out lately, and how maybe I might have pulled a muscle, and how I might just be having my cramps. So the doctor, and there is a possible cyst. Like, it could be an ovarian cyst. And the doctor is like, okay, well, nothing feels weird, nothing feels off, nothing seems wrong, everything came back normal. So what I'll have you do is just keep taking the pain meds, if you can hold them down, and just come back if it's still that bad. And I'm like, okay, sounds good. So, yeah, no, that was great to go to the ER just because my cramps decided to happen at the same time I pulled a leg muscle. Or groin area muscle, so that was great. I really hope my insurance is working, because that's gonna suck if it didn't. But yeah, so that's what happened. And poor Vermilion ended up, like, calling out so he could take care of me, which was very sweet of him, because the pain didn't stop until, like, midnight. And even then, it was, like, a little bit of pain, but the painkillers had finally kicked in. So, yeah. Needless to say, as I said at the beginning of the stream, I'll say it again, I'm gonna be asking my personal trainer for arm day this week. I have to freeze my account with my personal trainer, though, because we're low on money, so... We get, like, I want to say we get, like, a month's worth of sessions left, and then we'll be on hold with the personal trainer until we have the money again to do that. But, yeah. Oh, shit, I gotta call them. Okay. Anyways, Operation Florida, sagging peninsula. Okay, Operation Florida, sagging peninsula, palms and pine, lined with oaks, Spanish moss, tossed like tinsel, fruit and flowers, chocolate covered, honey, roasted praline pecans, a sweet culinary invasion from the north of the border, salty air, seascapes, and escaping reality. 7-day weekends, weakened by lack of routine. Well, there you go. Let's see. Yeah, I gotta go call the gym actually, because I think one of them should be available to talk to about freezing my account. So I'm actually gonna end stream here. This looks like a good stopping point. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Perfect. All right. Well, we got 3 chapters done today, so that's pretty good. My dad's gonna be so happy about that. Anyways, I will see you guys all tonight for date night. I am gonna go call my gym and then take a nap. And yeah, hope to see you guys later. Bye! Let's see, who's available to raid? Oh yeah, I better save my progress real quick or else I'm gonna freaking cry. Okay, now I can comfortably raid without the risk of losing. Let's see, who's online? Oh, Zen Panda's online. Okay. I'm gonna send y'all over to Zen Panda Kitty. Glad I could chat for a bit. Yeah, it was good having ya. Alright, Zen Panda. Looks like Zen Panda is playing No Man's Sky. Alright. I'm gonna send you on over. Alright, have a good rest of your day. Bye.